Hey, welcome, welcome. Okay, so now we got it going, and we'll go from here. I will throw my caption on, and I will also bring in Moss's beautiful voice as well. So today we are doing dot hack with Mossman, Man and Moss, and dot hack. If you haven't seen the other games, um, it's a simulated MMORPG on the console. So it's like you're playing with other people, but you're not actually playing with other people. Okay, let's get into it. Oh, that's rough. I didn't remember that either. It doesn't Japan not have the death penalty? I thought they were like Canada. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, WNC is just saying that Ultimate is the one saying Ultimate is perfect. They're just cheering for all the Ultimate company. Wonder if President Coleman is showing his true colors like Ultimate. Okay, we love Ultimate here, apparently.
We're all about ultimate.
Of course. God. Dukes. Oh yeah, the cat toilet. I forgot about that.
Meow, meow.
Sales of the Sonos Neuro Goggle FMD, which came out the 10th of last month as a peripheral to the world, continue to be strong. The product is sold out in most stores, leaving many empty-handed. After hearing this report, Sonos has decided to increase production, but officials comment that the shortage will continue for some time. Here we go. Capital punishment is a legal penalty in Japan. In practice, it's applied only for aggravated murder, but the current penal code and several laws list 14 capital crimes, including conspiracy, several things here. Poisoning of the water supply. What are those? Someone poisoned the well.
No, not the well, Timmy.
Oh, wait, sorry. Someone poisoned the watering hole.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was. Um, Executions are carried out by long drop hanging. Really? They do hangings in Japan? That's wild.
Like
That's
today?
wow. Apparently, that is what is listed. I bet you they don't do it very often.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like that would be
Talked about more.
Midgard's not wrong. As weird as it sounds, hangings are actually one of the better forms of executing someone if you're
Oh.
gonna. But it's one of the most instantaneous deaths if you're gonna talk about. That's this is getting into weird territory, so I'm just gonna stop. But like, he's not wrong. If you were gonna do it, then that's probably one of the most humane ways to do it. As awkward as that may sound.
Okay, good.
On
Good
the
to
list
know
of
if I'm
things.
ever governor. So
Yeah.
Canada
Okay.
does not approve the death penalty. I, as a lifelong elf, don't also approve of the death penalty. But yeah, that's getting into some heavy topics there, political
Yeah.
views and whatnot.
Yeah. My bad. Anyway,
Oh no
moving
no
right
no.
along. Um, Induced coma with online games. Stories have recently been spreading among internet users that online games may cause a player to lose consciousness and fall into a coma. Game in question, The World from CC Corporation, which is currently being submitted to the Guinness Book of World Records. We just learned recently the Guinness World Records book is a lie. They've been lying to you.
They've been lying?
I've got a whole 2-hour-long video for you, Sarah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, I also figured that, like, with the Guinness Book of World Records, I bet there's a lot of records that have never been submitted to the Guinness Book of World Records, and so I imagine that, like, they only scratch the surface.
They actually offer records as a service, meaning you can pay someone to come up with a stupid record for you to break, so that you can break a record. That is the interesting thing about the Guinness Book of World Records.
What's wrong with that, though?
So you pay them to come up with a record for you to break, and then they just give you something stupid that no one else has ever tried to do in the world, like karate chopping baseball bats, and you break a world record. And the reason why this is bad is because they just assume that because it's so stupid, no one else would try to break it. They just assume that, so there is no world record for this. They just conjured something up to make you feel good.
That's about right.
The video in question is about a guy who worked on the most video games of all time, except he didn't work on those video games that he claims he worked on.
What? Then how does that fly? Like,
because they have this game is also about Tommy Tallarico is behind the world. God damn it, I can never escape Tommy Tallarico again as long as I live. You've got to see it. It's fucking amazing. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Basically, some dude, just to sum this up, some dude went into trying to figure out who was behind the Roblox oof, and he traces it. Oof noise. Oof. Yeah. So he traces it back to a guy named Tommy Tallarico, and that's 20 minutes of the video. Is he just like, okay, Tommy Tallarico, he's a guy that worked on a bunch of video games back in the 90s and the early 2000s. But then, while he was doing all of this, he dredged up a thing, finding out that this man is a just pathological liar and has been doing so his entire career and claiming work for all of his sound designers for the last 20-something years. And it's absolutely... he's been actively lying and stealing credit for people for almost 30 years. This guy... It is a slippery slope. In one of those Guinness World Records he has, the guy in the video, his wife called and asked Guinness about it, and then within days the record was taken down. So they actually got him stripped of one of his records on accident. They're like, please don't sue us.
Oh. Well, it sounds like he didn't actually own the record, because as he's a liar.
It's just funny.
He's just a professional con artist.
He's a very professional con. He also has this giant mansion that has a bunch of themed rooms, including a gaudy Egypt room, and he does interviews in these, so you can see these awful rooms in his mansion. It's fucking awful. Does the missing post bother you? I'm going to look into it. Of course you are, Black Rose. I love apple pie. Vanilla ice cream on a hot apple pie is the best. I love these. We went from missing persons repose to apple pie. Thanks.
Apple pie is good. Vanilla ice cream on it is also good. He's better at making dinner than dessert. Oh, beef stew, ginger pork. Those are both good. I would... Moss, which is your favorite? You like either of these?
I don't think I've ever had ginger pork.
What?
I'm not a big fan of ginger, though. I don't think I've ever had ginger pork.
Oh.
I'm not that big of a fan of ginger, to be honest.
I love ginger. Ginger and everything. Ginger apple cider, ginger pork, ginger on ginger. I'll eat it.
Mistral hates stew?
What? How could she?
You know what? I bet Midgard does hold the world record for the most times one person has asserted that no one is gay for Moss Man. I bet you that is a fact.
I believe it. I believe it.
It's Bob. Hold the phone, everybody. It's Bob.
Bob!
I'm late, but I got that thing you wanted. I'll be at the area where you said you'll take your friend. P.S. Mailer seems to be hiccuping, so I wrote it here. Hope it's not a problem.
Bad etiquette, but when all you got is a message board for a private message, sometimes you have to make do.
Dude, I got another video about, it was from a fitness board where these gym rats were all on a board complaining about how are arguing with each other over how many days are in a week.
Oh no.
They're like trying to figure out what the optimal amount of time to work out in a week is, and the conclusion was every other day, but there's 7 days in a week, so every other day means what are you supposed to do? Work out every 3.5 days? There's 7 days in a week. You can't just work out 3.5 days. Like, what do you do? Where does the half workout go?
You could work out for 3.5 days.
Well, you could average that across 2 weeks, but you can't just do a half of a workout, Serynn. You don't understand.
Why can't you do half a workout?
It doesn't work that way.
Oh, I bet it does. You just do half of your routine. That's half a workout, right?
I have no idea. I'm gonna level with you, but these people were like going hard on the concept of it's simple. They all came up with their own different ways to map this out on a calendar, and were arguing over.
Really?
Yes. It went on for weeks. Just on a message board in like 2005.
No way!
Some dude drenched this up and made a YouTube video about it. It's fucking
Wow.
amazing. Do you know where he said he was meeting us? Is he meeting us in the field, or do I have to find the dungeon? It's lovely.
He said the place that Orca was meeting him, but I don't think he gave the...
There it is.
Here it is.
Oh, hey, it's this guy.
Yeah.
We've traded with him before, I think.
Yeah.
Huh? You're a friend of Orca?
I was
That's why
expecting
you know this place.
a voice a little closer to
how
the
is he
sound
doing?
hero. You're a friend of Orca.
That's incredible. That rumor. It can't be.
Rumor? Orca also mentioned it.
Oh, I hear the game
About
coming through
there's
your
something
Discord.
unknown, lurking within the world.
I realized how
Ever
loud it
heard
was.
about
I'm trying to fix that.
Okay.
That's what Orca was investigating?
I don't have the details. Linda was asking him all kinds of questions. Maybe she knows
Linda?
more about it. She's
Linda.
probably at Delta, buried peg in fiery sands.
That sounds incredibly ominous.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll check it out.
Oh, and here.
Secret reason?
I think Orca was going to give this to you.
Give me
Oh,
a
fuck.
reason. Oh, actually, I know what song that actually reminded me of, and not the one OK Rock song. The fucking edgiest song I know. The opening for the opening theme for Dead Man Wonderland, One Reason. That song is so magically edgy, and I love it.
I don't think I've heard it before.
Every every word in that song is the next edgiest thing you've ever heard. Like, it just gets worse and worse the longer you listen to it.
Hey, Fleece, welcome.
Please. How are you doing, dude?
There is an infection, and it's beginning to mutate, but it hasn't mutated yet, and it's going to be a while before we can quarantine it, but we're getting there. We're still discovering the depths of this infection. Dr. Mario?
Right, let's
Yeah. I don't even know if he could cure this infection. Awesome. Glad to hear you're doing well. So when I think of Berry, Pagan, Fiery Sands, I think of a big bonfire with a lot of naked dancing around it and a good time.
Specifically naked dancing.
That's right. It's not pagan. It's not naked.
I'm gonna quote you on that one of these days. Just letting you warn you now. That's gonna happen.
That's fine. That's a clip. Save that one.
Not pagan if it's not naked.
But there's got to be a good time in there too.
Oh, Mia's killing elk.
No.
And then
Yeah,
complaining about it. And then complaining about it. You get back here! I swear to God if you run towards the double portal. Alright, you'll try not to die again. You better. First aid. Will you cast your spell? Oh, Elk's out of mana, that makes... Hi Nova, thank you for the lurk.
And goodbye. Enjoy your lurk.
Good luck with League if that's what you're still doing.
This spring has a string.
Oh, dude, I didn't check our inventory to see how much we have in here. We might not have much inventory space. Razor at Grandpa.
Was it a golden axe?
Grandpa.
See you.
I also forgot to check out what the secret does.
Yeah.
What does the secret do? Secret reason.
Ooh, magical defense +2.
Take it.
Anyone see Godzilla -1 over the weekend? No, I don't even know if there's a Godzilla movie in my area. I have to check. I haven't been to a movie in...
It just came out, so.
Oh. There's a new Hunger Games movie?
Yes. Which is weird because I thought they finished all of the books, right?
Oh, is this a prequel? I think it's a prequel. Years before. Yep.
It wasn't no, that was not what was said. We said Godzilla. Godzilla -1. I heard that too, but that's not what was said.
Yes. So Fleece was asking about Godzilla -1.
Yeah, Gogeta. There you go.
And I got distracted by the first thing on the list. Yeah, Godzilla -1 isn't even in my area.
Weird. Honestly. It's pretty hyped up.
Dang,
I know it's a Japanese Goji movie, so Maybe it's a little more downplayed, but people are pretty hyped about it because the last Japanese Goji movie was really good. You need to do that. Cast actual skills.
Freaking the whole week.
And these hell boxes, kind of awful. Not gonna lie.
No, it's not in theaters in my area for the whole week. And it's so weird. Saturday, December 9th, January 6th, and January 27th. It jumps a bunch of those days. And on those days specifically, so next weekend, there's one movie playing in the 4 movie theater building. I mean, there's 4 theaters, 4 screens.
4 screens, yeah.
But there's only one movie showing, and it's Florencia en el Amazonas, Catan, Spanish, at 10 a.m.
I hope this doesn't come off as incredibly rude, but the concept of a 4-screen movie theater is something I cannot fathom.
Oh, is that too small for your area?
Oh, dude, I've been to several areas, and all of them are so... They're, the largest one that I have nearby is 20-something.
20?
Yeah, I'm not being... Hey, Smoot! Yes, dothack for real. This is happening. Year of our Lord, someone is playing the original dothack. But yeah, 20-something screens, there's 1 or 2 of those nearby. I think the smaller ones nearby are 12. Very pog. So, when you say 4 screens, I'm, sitting here why even build a movie theater in my head? It's just gonna... I don't know, at the same time say I'm a city boy without saying I'm a city boy, so...
Yeah. When I was growing up in the city, we had 3 different movie theater buildings. One of them had a single screen. The other one had, I think it was 2 screens. And then they built the only one that exists today. And that one has 4 screens.
Jeez.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
Yeah, there are so many movie theaters nearby. There's one a mile away from my house, not even. And that one's 14 or 16, I think.
What's that air raid fire?
Oh, can you hear my sound alerts?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I think they're coming for mine too. It's actually kind of fun.
Guard redeemed a bunch of things, so I have to change my model. So I'm going to turn invisible on your screen and have a green face.
Okay.
I cannot actually set a hotkey for this, I know of, so I have to actually go figure this out. That's way too bright. Right there, I think, right? Yeah, that's it. I exist. What do I look like on your screen?
You're quite green on my screen.
I'm very green. That's
yep. Jello, like Jello.
It's a radiated moth.
Ooh, tasty.
That's why there's an air raid siren. Gam moss is the joke. Gam moss is the joke.
Gam moss. Love it.
Also, happy mask salesman.
I love happy mask salesman.
Yeah, either way, people are actually hyping it up because, again, the last Godzilla movie was actually pretty good.
Me too. I also think the moss is really pretty.
Me too. I also think the moss is really pretty.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to listen to all of my sound alerts.
That's okay. I enjoy it because you always have to listen to all of mine.
Oh god, whenever
No
your
one's
IAA
gay
thing
for
goes
Moss
off,
Man.
shit scares me.
What scares you?
IAA thing.
Ayaya?
IAA.
Ayaya! 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 Ayaya!
I remember I actually watched that show up until exactly that moment happened. And me and the friend that I was watching it with, literally, like, we watched it. We were like kind of alright with it, and then we got to that moment and we were like, you know what, the show peaked. I don't think they're ever gonna top this one joke in particular. We just dropped it right there.
I don't know the show. I don't think I've ever seen it.
It is from
Ayaya! Ayaya!
the scene with context is pretty funny.
I
Especially
have seen the scene on YouTube, and it's really cool. There it goes.
昨日分にあやよそうか昨日分にあやよそうか昨日分にあやよあやよ一文字多いわあやよ
So I didn't hear a single thing you just said.
Amazing.
For that whole ayaya.
I didn't actually hear yours.
Oh, you didn't hear it for once?
You get to hear mine. I don't get. This is sweet payback.
That's so funny. This is the
Played
first.
both. Yeah, that is the first. Yeah. It is always the other way around. It is.
Finally, a taste of my medicine.
It's okay.
Now I can't make the GLaDOS come through your stream.
Oh, dude, the GLaDOS coming through my stream would be great.
But
Unfortunately, that isn't happening. Serynn has a GLaDOS text-to-speech function where you can ask it questions and it will, like, chat GPT your question and reply as facetiously as GLaDOS.
yes,
It's honestly brilliant.
it's good. I love GLaDOS.
GLaDOS is great. Fair.
This was a triumph. I'm making it out here. Huge success.
Bloody egg.
Bloody egg.
Did you hear the story of what happened in WoW for me like 3 nights ago?
No. Good job.
Okay. So I'm sitting there grinding. I'm trying to get the Moss Man because obviously I have to. There's just a mammoth that's covered in moss, and it's called the Mossy Mammoth, and I need it. So that's one of my main goals, and I'm like fighting all of the bosses to get the keys to potentially get this thing, and I get an invite from a friend. I was queued up for looking for raid to get gear, or I was about to queue up. But I messaged a friend first, and he's like, yeah, I got one more boss to do in this old raid. Give me a minute, I'll be right there with you. So I'm waiting for him to message me or whatever, and I just get an invite, so I'm like, oh, I guess he finished, and I just accept the invite, and I get pulled into a full-size raid group in the current raid, like, and they summon me, and my other friend, it turns out I got invited to a group by another friend, and they're like, he's like, I get there, and they're on the second to last boss, and I'm like, am I just getting carried? Like, why is this happening? Are there people in here that I recognize? And I start scrolling through the list, like, reading every name, and I recognize, like, 2 names. A husband and a wife from a guild 10 years ago that I was in.
No way.
And one of which is a person who I pissed off.
Oh.
And I'm like,
This.
and they didn't recognize me, which is great. Uh, and so I'm sitting there like, well, this is fun. And then everyone's clearly awked out by the fact that I got invited. So I'm like, all right, something happened.
Opt out? What do you mean?
Awkward. Awkward.
Oh,
Is like
okay.
awkward, yeah. By the fact that like I got invited and I have no gear. So they're like,
Oh.
so I'm like just sitting there just kind of waiting for the like kick. I'm like, all right, this is fine.
Yeah.
Like if I could join the guild and be with old guildies, that'll be cool, but like this wasn't the way to do it.
Yeah.
Mare, because Mare is the guy that did it,
Uh-huh.
and so they're talking about it, I guess, in Discord, and then they say, you know, you don't meet the item level or whatever, and I end up joining with them later, and I get invited, and I get interviewed by this person, and so I'm sitting there like, now I'm in a guild that is the revival of a guild that I was in 10 years ago, and it's
No way.
funny to me.
That's amazing.
Why I was
Congratulations on your old new guild.
My old new guild. That's why I was farming a bunch of gear like really quickly this week, is because I need the
You need to prove that you weren't just elite.
Oh, well, you see, I was back in the day I was the tank. I went DPS a long time ago, and you see, when I go tank is like mindless for me. I just kind of do the thing, right? DPS is like I try hard. DPS, like really, really hard. No, I'm not gonna be a healer, and I never will. I can't do it. I can't do healing. Herd the idiots? No.
Yeah.
Herding is the tank. Tanks are the ones that do the herding. Because you decide where what the party's fighting and when. So tanks do the herding. Healers just yell at everyone and call them.
Are
Great.
you Orca's friend?
There's Linda. I haven't seen you yet.
Bob told me about you. It's about the rumor, right? The world is not just an online game. There's something with some other purpose lurking inside it.
Uh-huh.
Some other purpose? I don't know. After all, it's just a rumor. And I'm not sure if it even exists. But Orca and Balmunk were working together to find the truth about it. Orca and Balmunk? Balmunk of the Azure Sky, Orca of the Azure Sea. The most powerful party known as Descendants of Fianna.
Hey.
Believe in Orca. Take my advice. Forget about the rumor. But I can't do that.
Did we have to have this conversation inside the stomach of a giant like fish monster?
Yeah. Whenever I think of situations like this, I just think of the smell. I can only imagine how bad the smell would be in this large intestine with
Fortunately, I cannot imagine the VR headset that we are allegedly using has smell-o-vision.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Not yet, I suppose.
I am.
It does. It's not Sword Art, where I
That's
think it
right.
actually canonically does. I think Sword Art, it canonically does.
Yeah, Sword Art, it would.
I see.
It would.
So
It
that's
totally would in Sword Art. What doesn't the headset do in Sword Art?
But in the case
In
of
that case, check
like
out Delta, Lonely
Picasso,
Silent
where
Great
he
Seal.
can feel, I wonder if he can smell too. And that's probably why Picasso stays inside the bedroom with aromatic
Orchid.
grass. It probably smells good, and
May the
dungeons like
grace
this
of the
probably,
Twilight Dragon be with you.
So Tsukasa's a special case, though.
Mhm.
Because isn't it confirmed that Tsukasa was an absolute head case, and it was like he was creating all of that in his mind?
What?
Because all of his problems from the beginning were literally just I can't, for instance, I can't log out, but like it's not that he ever couldn't log out, or sorry, she ever couldn't log out, but she was just scared too.
Oh, no.
Like
That's
game like
not
is real to them.
the way that I see it. Have you guys already finished the series?
Oh, I mean, I assume that you and I are like the only two people in this chat right now who watched it. Maybe Smoot was in here a minute ago and mentioned dothack, so maybe they've seen it.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm pretty sure most people have not watched dothack all the
Okay.
way through.
Well, are we okay on spoilers?
Were we still wanting to watch it in the Discord? I don't know.
I'm keen to watch it. I would love that. I thought you guys had already started it. Discord.
Oh no, I have not started anything.
Oh, I misunderstood that.
I would have waited on you for something like that.
Thank you. I was thinking like I didn't see a notification. When did this start?
No,
But,
I would have waited.
I would be keen. But yeah, so I think it's that. Is it okay if I give spoilers? Do you mind?
I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't care now. Personally. Whatever. So,
until I see some angry chat messages, I'm gonna start talking, chat. Full disclosure, close your ears. Or yell at me. So, the way I see it is that Morgana, the AI behind the system that birthed Aura, Morgana was keeping Tsukasa, but she was able to do that because of their insecurities. And so, I feel like it wasn't Tsukasa keeping themselves there, but Morgana actually did have a power over them, but because of their insecurities. So that's one aspect. The other aspect is that Morgana was using Tsukasa as a tool to corrupt Aura. And of course, the reason why she was doing that, it's actually going to be explained in some of these games, I think. So maybe we'll have a talk about it as we get further in. But maybe I'll just stop it there. I do think Tsukasa wasn't physically able to leave until Tsukasa maybe shed some of that insecurities. But you're right, Tsukasa didn't want to leave. But also, I think Morgana was able to keep them in the game.
So the one thing is I remember, and I could be remembering wrong because it's hard to remember due to how long ago I watched it. I think there is literally a line of dialogue that says, I think there is literally a line of dialogue that says, it was me all along. I couldn't log out because I didn't want to, like, or something like that. Like there is something, a self-admittance line.
Yeah,
to that
right.
effect.
I don't remember what it was exactly.
That's why That's why I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
Spent 11K to paint Mossman funky colors and give him a funky face. You got me looking like this until someone pays more side money, more fake internet money, or until stream ends. So you got me for the next few hours, looking like this. All right, I'm passing controller.
Okay.
It's been a long time. Serynn has not gotten to play yet. All right.
Did you even complete a dungeon?
I did.
How did I miss that? Oh yeah.
Well,
okay,
I
didn't
get to actually get the loot for completing the dungeon, but I did.
Oh, then we're gonna have to redo it.
Oh God.
That was your job, Mom.
No. It literally you couldn't complete it. You couldn't
Sounds like
complete
excuses to me.
it. Literally wouldn't let me go any. I literally covered every other room. I walked in that hallway and Linda ruined it for me. It's not my fault.
Damn it, Lynn. How deep was the dungeon?
I don't even know.
Oh, I'm not even in a party. It's gonna take so much longer. It's okay. Oh, I am in a party. We got this.
Yeah, we haven't even logged out.
Boom. We got this. We got this. We're gonna speedrun it. Break save. We're gonna throw a speed charm up.
Don't know if we have any more of those. Oh, we got plenty of them.
got
Never
this.
mind. Abdu.
Oh, no minutes. Oh, no minutes. When do the headsets start killing? The headsets had started killing quite some time ago. These ones. Well,
2003. 2003.
Yeah, 2003. Right.
That was when computers killed people. And
Oh,
for some reason, they decided to invent full dive. After that.
maybe the dying just wasn't real enough for them.
Did you see the guy that made a fake nerve gear or whatever?
Yes.
A fucking shaped
Could you
carcass
call it
written in.
fake though?
I mean, I just thought it was funny.
Like, when it sees a particular red screen, it kills you.
I just like that the method of killing you is 3 shaped charges. That's just brutal. That's some saw shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I prefer a different method. I'm just saying I just think it's a bit overboard.
I wonder if they think that machine looks beautiful. Like, they're the kind of person that thinks a death machine looks beautiful?
All I can say is, looking at the picture of it, you can see the like explosive sticking out of it,
I know.
and that alone is enough for me to just be like, I can't imagine, like.
Hey, we got this. Fortune wire equals antidote, right?
The self-own.
I can't believe how long I stayed on Fortune
Yeah, oh yeah,
Player.
you look really hard at it. You still picked the wrong thing.
It's because I was so caught up in the conversation. I was talking to a friend of mine about this. So when I'm playing Fortnite with them, once I start into a conversation, I end up just stopping and then running around the house in the same location. And then they end up going really far. And then when I finish like the topic, I'm like, oh, oh no, I gotta catch up. I don't know why I do it. I can't. I'm not gonna multitask.
I wonder if me.
No.
You ever think it's hilarious how Elk shouts that line out, not at Mia, but at you, when Mia
Right?
is literally closer to you than, or closer to him than you?
I think it's really passive aggressive. It's like,
Yeah, I know, it sounds like it, dude.
Mia, I don't know if you can hear me, but Kite, do you think Mia's having fun?
Fucking Elk.
Elk is so cute, though. I saw that long hallway, and I'm just like, oh, am I already near the end? Nope.
Well, that was where they had the conversation. So, I don't know.
Oh, you better not confuse all of us.
Oh.
No.
Let's see, I think they can help you. Yeah.
Did I just accidentally open Make Death?
No.
It like blew up?
No.
Because I got hit by a death. And mimics can't cast that, right?
I don't know. I actually have no idea.
Fence?
To make people feel more welcome when coming over to my house for the first time, I always make sure to open Discord on the big screen and DM a mutual friend. Boy, I sure hope this person is having fun and not feeling stressed at my home. If I find out they're not having fun, I would kick their ass.
No, you said like, I'm gonna melt down if I find out they're not having fun.
Oh, this is... Bueno.
I'll say it again, Mia.
Now you gotta say kick their ass because this King of the Hill reference.
Oh.
That's my culture right there.
Oh, find out Bob is not having fun. Oh, I'm gonna kick their ass.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
We did it! Speed run!
Dothack's
How many
flag.
Sprite ocarinas do we have?
Did you start doing green? Did you start doing Season of Discovery? I logged in the first day and played a little bit, and dude, Serynn, Season of Discovery, first day, functioning lines.
Functioning line?
Functioning lines. People were like queuing up for quest bosses.
Oh no!
And actually honoring it.
Wow. So
Dwarf Hunt Chaos Bolt. I don't think that's the server I select.
EverQuest
I'm on the
is no.
I'm on the PvE server, green. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Oh, EverQuest is well actually whenever there's a new classic server from the community servers, there's always some kind of line system for the legacy items. So I'm gonna have to line up for the legacy soul boots. Bulls get nerfed in less than a month. So I gotta make sure I get that when they get nerfed. And then there's also a Dark Elf Illusion Mask. I'm an enchanter, and so I don't actually need it because I can just cast the spell, but you know I'm gonna get it. Actually, probably not, because the last time I helped my brother get one of those on the last classic server, it was literally a 72-hour wait. And you log out, you lose your line. So we had to stay online for 72 hours. We took shifts. My brother, my dad, and I.
Jesus Christ.
It was rough. After that, we stopped playing for a little while. It was so rough. Also, because I was also in the line for my character, and then I died at some point. And if you die, you lose your spot. Rough. It was done.
Yeah, dothack is really chill and cool and nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah, fortunately, whenever you come around to classic WoW, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out if the actual classic servers are like stocked enough, because I feel like you would actually like the classics, like the not season of Discovery better, just because it's more like it's more of the original stuff, and I think that you're more of that.
Yeah, totally. I think I really like that.
Classic era has plenty of players. See, that's what my concern was, because Serynn was saying that they wanted to get into WoW and see what classic was like, and I was like, I don't know if people are still playing the original classic. Is the problem, and it's like Cataclysm's not what they're gonna want to. I can say that safely. Like that is like at the line of like, this isn't even remotely classic anymore. Retail's fun in a modern MMO sense, but it as a EverQuest fan, I don't think that's gonna scratch any kind of itch for you unless you just want to do a modern MMO just off the top of your head. So I think it's like, it's got to be classic. Classic season to Discovery is kind of fun, and I would actually say it'd be great, but it caps out at level 25, so it's not going to feel like EverQuest, because the quest is going to end like 10 hours in.
Well, a game that's 10 hours long could probably still take me a month.
Well, let me rephrase that. There will still be plenty of stuff to do once you're level 25, but you will be max level in about 10, 12, 16 hours, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
It's not that bad. It's just that then what are you going to do? There's PvP, a big PvP event, there's a 10-man raid, some dungeons. In Classic WoW, in OG WoW, hitting 60 is a daunting task. That is the max level in the original WoW. It takes a lot of time just to get there. Your achievement is justified just by being there, because of how much time you had to spend to get there.
Yeah.
Classic era actually really popped after the hardcore launch. Interesting. It must have, people must have died a couple times on classic hardcore and then decided they wanted to actually not have their characters get deleted. That, or I think you do get a free character transfer to a classic era server when you die in hardcore, if you want.
Oh, that's nice.
If you want to move over and do that. So maybe people transfer it over then when they die.
I might be keen on something like that.
The only thing I worry about is low leveling if there are enough people to potentially do a couple dungeons here and there. Not because it's essential to do, but because if I'm introducing someone to the game, I want them to be able to do some of the dungeons here and there, because that's part of the experience. Thanks for letting me know that, Greg. I was kind of looking up the numbers, and I had another friend telling me the same thing, but as much confirmation I have on it, the better. Because doing that in a month or so. So. Also, on Season of Discovery, I'm doing Warlock.
Do they melt faces?
Hunter. Huh?
Do they melt faces?
In Season of Discovery, they made a bunch of changes to Warlock, and Warlock seems like, very funny. To say the least.
Funny ha-ha?
Funny ha-ha.
Wow.
Warlock and Hunter and Mage seem like the three best classes in Season of Discovery. They did some stupid stuff to Hunter as well. Hey, Varric.
Hey, Varric.
Yeah, Warlock gets fucking Shadow Bolt Volley of all things. Absolutely stupid thing. Hunter did finally get nerfed, that's true. Hunter was so broken, Serynn, they had to nerf it in Season of Discovery because Hunters could actually
Because
players.
Hunters can what?
One-shot players.
One shot?
Yes. Explosive Shot was one-shotting people.
Wow.
But I think they only nerfed Explosive Shot. I don't think they nerfed Kill Command. Yeah, okay, so we need to do Dungeon and fight medium-sized.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna go to a random keyword.
I didn't read that patch note. We did not intend for Mage Healer to trivialize content was an actual patch note. Okay. Well, when you make a character that does as much damage as a DPS and also heal, I shrug my shoulders at you in your general direction and be like, what did you expect? What did you expect? It's an arcane mage, Bill. Its healing is explicitly determined by how much damage you deal, so you are encouraged to get all damage stats.
Oh. Oy vey.
Oy vey. I'm sorry that I'm talking about WoW explicitly a lot.
Oh, don't be. So, you know how much I talk about EverQuest.
This should be it right here. Just kill these guys, get the cores, and you should be good.
No, I think these are large. I think this will give me speed for it. We're gonna find out.
3 of them at once? That's crazy.
The bracelet is tiny! Bracelet enhancement for 1,000! View book trees! Generated by the bracelet! Yeah. Razorite. Did not give me any virus cores?
They have a chance to get virus cores, but they have a chance to get other shit too.
So just like...
Yeah, hunters have a series of runes in for Beast Mastery hunters in Classic that says oh my goodness, that says a whole bunch of stuff buffing to pets and kill command, and then kill command will basically just like do almost triple the damage on and be critical, and I'm just like sitting here like reading this on paper, and I'm just like, yeah, kill command doesn't sound. The kill command's gonna be perfect. Fine, people are gonna be perfectly okay getting mauled by a wolf. It's gonna be the way of things. Damn.
I'm gonna game over at this rate. This is data drain. I'm gonna go comatose. I'm gonna beat Orca.
You're going for the flanking strike build? The flanking strike build looks interesting with... Well, I heard some interesting things about the melee hunter stuff. I actually heard it was really OP pre-launch, and they nerfed it pre-launch. But the flanking strike build, where it's like melee hunter combined with beast mastery, actually sounds good still, and it sounds really interesting, for sure. The only thing is I think in PvP, I think there's a couple melee specs, and I think if I remember right, that's one of them where it's like you don't really have a gap close. So for PvP, it's gonna be like, what are you gonna do to get to somebody in PvP? And that's like the one major problem with this, is like, I wonder about that. Concussion shot? Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. Concussion shot's not too bad. I think he's an A. Type A personality, if you will. God damn it.
Come on! When you want a virus core, you can't get a virus core.
Man, this is something I do remember in this game, is trying to get virus core.
I know, I'm gonna game over. Just trying to get 2 cores. Okay, that's a large one. Definitely.
Yep.
I think you're right. Those other ones were probably medium.
The sad thing is I think the more you stack up the what's it, the list, the corruption or whatever, I think you the more you stack that up, I think the more it the more likely it is to give you anything but a virus core.
That's good to know. Ooh, congrats, huh?
Hulk leveled up off of 1 XP mobs. Alright.
Yeah.
Have you seen the World of Warcraft episode of South Park?
Yes! It's like my
Okay.
favorite. So
Okay, good. Okay,
Welcome
good.
to the world of Warcraft.
Oh, okay.
We are going to battle in the world of Warcraft. That's like.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have to show you that episode if you haven't seen it before you play the game. But okay, if you've seen it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
The interesting thing about that episode, the interesting trivia, is the area where they filmed the Warcraft scene. Actually, a really hot PvP area.
Yeah.
There's an alliance. It is an alliance and horde questing zone, and like the towns are like across from a hill from each other. and like just killing fields, like just of like wars would happen between this area, like between the two towns. And so, but what does make it interesting is they were filming it. That area is a like level 40, 30 something to 40 zone. So you won't see that area until way late in the game, but like, and they were there at like level 1 and 2 is their lore thing, and I just think it's really funny that they were like pitching like the PvP and using this late game zone, and it's like, yeah, but no, this was actually a late game zone. And also they had characters of like all different races there too, and like every race actually explicitly has their own starting zone. So if you want to level with a human and be a night elf, like if your buddy makes a human and you make a night elf or vice versa, there's a legendary thing you have to do in order to play with them called a wetland.
Oh, you told me about that before, I think.
Yes. So you have to get to your home city as a night elf, Darnassus, and then you have to ride a boat from Darnassus over to Menethil Harbor in the wetlands, and you have to run all the way through the wetlands, preferably naked because there's level 20 alligators there.
Naked?
Yeah, and you don't want, because if you get killed, you have to repair your gear. So you don't want to have to repair your gear, so you take all your shirts off so that you don't have to repair them later. So you just take all your stuff off so it doesn't take damage, and then you get mauled by alligators the entire way. And then you run through the frozen mountains, still naked, to get to the dwarf city, and then you catch a train to Stormwind so that you can go meet your friend at the starting area.
And how long does that take?
About 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
It's not as bad as people will make.
Yeah. But
I did it. If you die, you have to run back. If you die, you have to run back to your corpse, but you're a ghost in WoW when you have to retrieve your corpse, so it doesn't take as much time to do so, for sure. And in fact, if you die at certain points in times, you can actually just resurrect at the ghost, and because you're already naked, so the cost doesn't matter.
Nice.
And you will actually teleport forward on your journey.
Okay.
So there's a couple of potential lifesavers where, if you even know, you can actually get eaten by alligators at the correct location, and you'll just jump forward like a whole minute worth of time.
Nice. We do that. My family, we play a VR game called Orbis VR, and it's an MMO, but in VR. And same kind of thing where if you die close to a graveyard, like a graveyard is where you respawn, and so if you're close to a graveyard or closer to the next graveyard than the last graveyard, then you'll actually jump forward. You don't have to get your corpse in that game though.
And while you're a ghost, so nothing aggroes to you or anything, you run a little bit faster, and you just kind of run up to your corpse, and as long as you're within 30 yards of it or so, then you just click the button and you get your body back.
Okay.
You're never without your stuff.
Alright.
So, when they made WoW, they had played a lot of EverQuest, and they just basically... Everything that is annoying in EverQuest is significantly less annoying. Wow.
I believe it.
That's just how it is. Because what they were trying to do is they were trying to take EverQuest and make it something that anyone could pick up and play.
Yeah,
and not
EverQuest has
some dedicated few. Yeah.
EverQuest has some barriers there for the current generation.
For instance, if you want to fight mobs, when you're fighting mobs, you don't have to sit down after every mob for like a minute. Like 5 minutes.
Right? You're slowly regenerating your health.
Try and data drain these mobs. the regeneration rate's a lot higher, plus you can buy food, and if you buy food and drink, you can actually just sit down and you'll probably be back to full health and mana in about 20-30 seconds, and you can start fighting them up. Man. This is rough. I'm gonna have to do another dungeon after this.
I know! It'll be your turn by the time I get the virus core.
Oh no. It'll be my turn, and I'll get you the virus core so that you can do it at this point.
Oh, okay, so I think this field just
You're doing the next story dungeon. You're doing the next dungeon, because you're not getting out of here with the virus cores, and I'll go get the virus cores, and then you can do the next dungeon.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome in, my dude.
Welcome.
I'm doing good.
Where's Square B? I just
Who are you
have to
playing
get
with?
one more.
That's a good question. I didn't put them in my title. Flash W co-op with at Serynn. Thank you for reminding me, Welk. I appreciated it. I forgot to put Serynn in my title again, guys.
Thank you.
Let me do a shout out. What? At Error Channel. Oh. I'm stupid. That's better. Yeah, that was bad. Well, you know, I misspelled that really badly. I'm not even gonna defend myself. Especially since I just typed it incorrectly like a minute earlier. Water Witch. 710, jeez. That's a lot of damage.
Elemental hit. Boom.
You rebranding? No. Serynn doesn't need to rebrand. Serynn has a perfect...
What? Why do I need to rebrand?
Because I typed in your name wrong.
Oh. Oh, is this gonna be it?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm convinced there's something on here that makes it to where they never drop.
Oh no, I got one in the last.
Oh, did you?
Last one I saw. Yeah, I got one, but I have to get one more.
I missed that part.
Not red yet.
So my one of my buddies is doing some playtesting for a D&D thing, and they're doing a it's dark fairy tale based races and a couple of classes and stuff, subclasses. Very interesting. Also seems very, very strong, so I'm kind of curious to see how that stuff's gonna play, because like I think one of the racial abilities on the racial ability on the character I want to play is like a once per short or long rest. I can just give everyone in my party advantage on initiative once. So like before combat, like we're rolling initiative, I can just feel like, yeah, everyone just take advantage real quick on that. Oh no. Seems silly. This seems pretty cool.
A digital playtest, or it's like a physical tabletop?
Well, it's it's 5e, so it's meant to be tabletop, but they're probably gonna do it through Roll20, it sounds like. Look at it real quick. So they have it's like all of the races are like that they added are like Deepborn, Gnarlborn, Graveborn, Harvestborn, stuff like that, Bogborn. And so there's the one that I want to be is an Azureborn, which is like an owl people, and they have like magic academies. They look really cool. But yeah, then there's like Threadborn or like puppet people, Silkborn or spiders, Plagueborn or like rat people. Relicborn is like Brook from One Piece. They have an ability that says that instead of resting, they just perform for 4 hours straight during their 8-hour rest, and that's their rest. And I'm just imagining the one kooky skeleton guy in your camp just won't shut up for 4 hours a night while you're trying to rest.
Oh, that'd be rough. There's a reason why it's dead. Also a reason why it's not traveling with the former party.
They actually also have a really cool racial ability that says once per short or long rest, they can turn any skill check into a performance check, and I think that's a really cool topic, actually. Topical thing. You can do so many interesting RP things with that.
Yeah.
Whenever you do it, that's actually a really cool idea.
The bracelet is shiny! The bracelet is enhanced by book 1,000! Read book 4!
And yay, we can go to the thing. Is this the is this the final boss? I forget. The next dungeon, or is there more?
So. There's gotta be more.
So I think we're close.
I think so too. I think we're close. But I want to get the treasure chest. Otherwise, we have to redo the dungeon.
Of course we do. That's how this works.
Right? We're 100%ing this.
We don't even have the inventory to hold.
Oh, we will. That's a good point, though. I'm glad you mentioned that. Otherwise, I would have been so bummed out when I opened the chest and I have to throw away all of it.
Now you can prepare yourself for the disappointment.
I'll make room when we get there.
Nice.
Apparently there's another floor.
There could be another 2 floors.
Oh. We got this. We got this. Long hallway.
That is a very long hallway.
Not ominous at all.
Not in the slightest.
No, hustle. I'm gonna do it. Penetrating it just for the fun.
Yeah.
Razor Axe! Like everything else. Joy! My favorite axe, the Razor Axe. And sarcastic. I'm gonna data drain these two because Apparently virus core Bs are in short supply. Oh, we're getting close to red!
Yeah, it would be a real shame if you game overed yourself right now.
It would, but I won't, because you have to get red, don't you? Before you game over?
I think so.
Alright, then we still got all of yellow to get through.
I mean, all I know is that I've done it before, and that's enough to scare me.
But that's part of the horror of the game, is the risk of restarting.
Ah, yes. My favorite survival horror game, dothack infection.
You gotta live on the edge.
Living on the edge.
The triad.
Stop.
I
No.
can't.
Bad. Bad. Get the bat and whack you with it every time you make a pun that fast.
That's fair. But I can't stop. I can't stop.
The tri-edge puns are the worst puns. I just want to point that out. Like, I'm accepting of all of the things that make you you, but the tri-edge puns, I just can't do that.
Are you sure? I lost it?
The tri-edge puns are a step too far. Like, I can handle even the other puns; they're all fine. But every time you say anything to do with tri-edge, I'm just like, oh.
The fact that it bothers you so much.
It hurts my ears.
Just makes me want to say more.
I know. That's the problem.
Why do you do this to me, Moss? It's your fault, obviously. I'm
Don't
not
gaslight
gaslighting at all.
Keep gaslight girl boss or something like that. I don't even know.
And virus core?
I do remember virus core beads being a problem in this game, so.
Yeah, last time we played, we got the crazy Cyclops grunty.
Oh yeah, the poison grunt.
Yes, that's it, the poison grunty.
I forgot all about that.
I just thought of it when I saw the image for Egg.
That means we can ride the grunty in the field. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. I wonder how many more re-equips we can get before we die. What are you doing?
Saving, or you kill us.
Me. We did it.
I'm saving before you kill yourself in the dungeon trying to get more
But
virus
I'm
core.
not gonna. We're not even red yet. There's a saying in gambling. Something like not go big or go home. It's no risk, no reward. See that? I got 2 B cores. Oh, and
I prefer to say you gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
oh, I like that. That's right. You gotta risk it to enjoy that biscuit. Oh, another one! I can't do
Oh,
it!
boy.
Drain it!
Is that a quote? Oh, level down? You lost 400 XP? I didn't even know that could happen. Did you know that could happen? I've never seen that before.
No.
They're robbing Serynn's XP in EverQuest, now they're robbing Serynn's XP in dothack.
So rough. Okay, Okay, I think that satisfied my urge for data drain. Done. Done.
Flashbacks to last night.
Oh. Heal me out.
Right in the soul. It's a Dead Rising reference. Okay. You're so sad.
So much experience. I'd have to kill 400 of these little trash mobs.
Yeah,
That
but
makes
we're gonna
sense,
fight things that are on
guys.
level eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're as long as this one, then like 2.
Yeah, that's a big dungeon. Urge is gone. Done. You killed me, Morgana. You did it. No more data drain.
No more. Can't believe it took 400 XP down leveled you.
That's almost a death. That's like a death worth of time.
Yes?
We made it! I like that. That little statue. I like
That
this.
is a goofy statue, actually. I don't call it looking so silly.
It's
Kinda looks
almost
like-
a grunty, but like a
It
bird.
looks like a shark. A really cartoony shark with fists. It's a street shark.
I think of it like a bird, but with arms instead of wings.
Mm,
Because it looks like it's like an egg, or it hatched from an egg.
I guess. Kind of.
Right. Got this.
There's never
Never a dull moment with us.
Apparently.
Oh, I forgot! Okay, we can get rid of
That's
something.
the end of this
now.
The end of this dungeon has been so disappointing for you.
No, we got it. I can just throw away all this stuff here. I forgot I could do that. Yay! All is well. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go. No! Right, Ocarina. Let's go.
Oh. Serynn's gonna be in shambles. All the wasted items and the...
Much waste. So sad. But we got it.
XP. Yep.
We're winning. We're winning. Hey, right now.
You have to save on slot 2, because apparently the save got too big, and I don't understand why.
That's so funny. Save this game at least 685 kilobytes is needed.
I know, right? We have to remember the PlayStation 2 memory cards were only like 8 megs.
Yeah. Man, those days were so simple. I miss those days. I mean, even technology, I mean, it's on such a whole other level now that the internet's kind of a shit show. It's like, when you see what the internet is built on, kind of
Did
makes you
Mia
sick.
say anything about you? I don't know. Did Mia say anything about Varric?
She said there's never a dull moment with you.
Are you sure she wasn't saying anything about anyone else? There are options.
Pretty sure. Yep.
Alright. There you go, Varric.
There you go, Bear. There's never a dull moment with you.
That doesn't sound like her.
there's never a dull
There you
moment.
go. Bam.
Had to cut her off though. Oof. Probably empty out your inventory.
Yeah.
still blueballing elk. Yes. And she's also tolerating elk yelling, "God, I hope Mia's enjoying herself," within 5 feet of Mia, and also directed at us and not Mia.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, heavy. Razor Axe. Yeah. 8,000 gold.
Yeah. All those things you just data drained. Thank you for petting Billy. Oh yeah, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but we have a Billy petting emote.
Oh, Billy. Billy! Moth hat. Moth hat. That's so cute. Oh my god, when did you get the emote? That's adorable.
I got it at the same time I got Billy. I also have a PNG with Billy coming.
Yay!
Probably gonna replace my my PNG tuber once Christmas is over. But that's still being worked on.
Nice. Oh, Billy. Okay, that's enough. That's enough for me. Let's go!
Shame you're not level 25 anymore.
Right? What a boy! That would be funny if I hacked the gate and hacking the gate comatose me. That would be just
Hold my
the
holes.
cherry on top. Orchid. Orchid me.
The orchid me.
We got it!
We did it!
Yay! We're living. We're still living. Oh, good. We did it!
The afterlife.
least we're going up, not down.
Always love the weird freeze frame here of him with his like.
Did you want to take the controls for this?
It's up to you. You kind of had to do the data draining thing, which is kind of lame. So you can do the story dungeon if you want.
Hand it off after.
Yeah, that's fine. Sleeping gay.
No one's gay for Moss Man.
You do still have your corruption from last time. Just so you know. Oh, you're paralyzed? Yikes. Yep. You can, swear in first aid. Okay. I think if you swear in first aid, one of them will throw a restorative at you or something.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh god, hell boxes are here, of course not. I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I make you move because you're standing still. Yum.
Oh no, Mia!
That is Paralyzer is one of those songs.
I like that song.
That is one of those songs that as a band kid you just know because every band plays that as a stand tune.
Yes.
There's the big creepy angel guy.
Yay! So pretty.
Nothing pretty about that. Ice Dungeons always remind me of Paper Mario. Because it has a really good Ice Dungeon.
I never owned Paper Mario, but it was really cool.
It's another one of those RPGs that I highly recommend.
Yes.
Paper Mario and Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. They're very good sense of humor and very interesting. Nova!
Nova! Welcome, Raiders!
How was League? How did that go? Did you play any non-bot games after? I was watching you play some bot games earlier. I saw you were playing Nautilus. Fun. That's good. No, just bots? Okay. It's all good. How's Hack? It is going alright so far. We totally didn't have an awkward experience where Serynn overdrafted data drain and made us lose 400 experience points or anything.
Oh no, I would have never overrated.
Never, ever. Ever. Not ever. I'm not saying with you. No clips. Yeah, no one clipped it. Did not happen. We're nearing the end of the first game here.
Yes.
I think we have a couple of story dungeons left. It's actually really funny how the plot progression in this game works, because the first game is like 90% side things, and then the last thing that happens is basically the plot of the game's finally catching up to the main characters. And I always thought that was kind of funny. Because, like, the whole first game is just them trying to find the plot. In a way. kind of silly like that.
That's like dothack sign too. Oh, leveled up! Level 25
That's
for the
fair.
first time ever.
That's fair. Yeah, dothack sign is kind of similar where they spend. There's a point at the beginning where they explain what the plot kind of is, but it's very short, and then in the middle of the season, they're like, alright, here's some plot stuff, and then at the end of the show, they're like, alright, here's the rest of the plot. And everything else is... The remaining, 12 to 18 episodes are just random shit.
Most random episodes, my favorite.
They are really good, which... I mean, to be fair, it's not the only show like that. I've heard people say that, about Sailor Moon and stuff, that, the filler content is, the best part of Sailor Moon, and I don't disagree with that. Hell, in Sailor Moon's case, funnily enough, all of the filler content is, it's all anime original, too. None of the manga for Sailor Moon is surprisingly pretty on point. It just stays on focus the whole time, almost to a detriment,
Oh.
in my opinion. I only read the first arc of the manga though. They have a cool re-release edition that's on large laminated paper and stuff, and large print laminated paper, and it looks really nice. Has really cool holographic covers for it and stuff, and I have the first 2 volumes of it. Pretty sweet. I have the same thing for almost all of Attack on Titan for manga as well, except that doesn't have holographic covers.
Missed opportunity.
Need that. Fortune wire.
Antidote? I don't think I'm ever gonna stop saying that. Antidote! What? Did I not use a force wire on that? Bearcat in.
Elk, if you don't want to die. Oh no. You're fine.
First game?
I do like how if you give them one command like skills or first aid, they actually keep doing it.
Yeah. I don't seem to for skills though. You have to do it every new battle.
Oh no. I meant for the remainder of that battle.
Oh yes. Yeah, like that.
You walk past the... Oh, there's a door. Okay.
100%. We got this.
Every time I play this game, I think of Persona 3 because of the fact that you don't actually control your party. You can just kind of give them vague commands. And I just think of the fact that there's the ever famous thing with Yukari on the final boss of Persona 3 where oh, rip. Yukari is like the healing character, or the character with the most healing spells in Persona 3, and if she the final boss has a couple phases where they can mind control. And if they mind control, there's a healing spell in Persona that just says full heal. It's a % health heal, it just says full heal. And so if she gets mind controlled and you don't cure it off of her, and you lack, like, and keeping in mind you lack control of your party, so if your party members don't do it after you don't do it, there's a good chance she just full healths the final boss.
Oh no! That's so wrong.
Yeah. There's a really famous video you can look up of DSP, Darkspine Sonic, who is known for raging at video games and making an ass of himself, where he starts the final chain of events and says, like, he's like talking about how this has been a magical thing. I'm really happy that, you know, my community came together and got me to play this game. It's turned out to be one of my favorite games of all time. I'm so excited. And then, like 2 or 3 hours later, Yukari full heals the final boss twice, and he goes off about how it's the worst game ever made. He can't believe that anything would ever design a game this way. It's
Not a dime from there at all.
ESP may be as evil as Tommy Tallarico. Dude, Tommy Tallarico is going to live rent-free in my head for eternity. That man is something else. I can't believe the things that... Serynn, did you know that Tommy Tallarico lied about being on MTV's Cribs?
What? Why?
I just don't know why you would lie about this.
I think that's the definition of a pathological liar. They just can't.
You just lie about being on Cribs. When you lie about being on Cribs, you've achieved pathologic status.
Did you know I was the doctor in that show where Neil Patrick Harris was playing in? I was the kid doctor.
He also claimed to be the first American to work on the Sonic franchise. The Sonic game that he worked on was Sonic and the Dark Knight in like 2008.
Oh, some people.
So the Cribs thing, he was on a like they did like a house recording thing, and they toured his mansion, where he had a lot of really weird things to say, like how when he walks up to his, like, he's got like a 5-foot tall waterfall in his house. Like, everybody needs a 5-foot tall waterfall in my house, though. I'll admit it makes me have to pee sometimes. So he would always talk about being on Cribs because he posted the video on YouTube himself as MTV Cribs episode Tommy Tallarico.
Oh, God.
But it was just a video that was posted on his website years prior because he did an interview thing and they just did a tour of his house.
Jeez. Please, I think he's just a pathological liar. I don't think he cannot lie. Just like he thinks his dreams are fact.
I have the Guinness World Record for working on the most video games of any one person in their lifetime. My mother's very proud. He said that every time, by the way. That was an adage. The adage to the I worked on the most video games with my mother's very proud.
Wow. No.
For what it's worth, the Roblox oof sound, not only was it like made by a person who worked under him, the person that worked under him pulled it from a movie that came out 2 years prior called Pet Goat Pants. And they like pitched it up or pitched it up or down or something. No, it wasn't them touring. It wasn't Cribs at all. There was nothing about it being Cribs. It was literally just it was some other group of people just did a tour of his house to post on a website. And the video was literally labeled as Gamer with a Ferrari. Like, that was all it was labeled at.
Oh, almost at the end.
Yeah, and then years later, he just took the video and posted it on YouTube as MTV Cribs Tommy Tallarico, which is stupid because you could just go look up the episode list of Cribs and see there was no Tommy Tallarico episode. And this isn't even getting into the criminal lying. He tried to make a game console where, by the way, the gimmick of the game console was that there was no online play for it. And he tried to pitch this during the pandemic. And the whole way through, he was lying about who was actually on the development team for it. Like, people who were quitting, he was claiming they were still working on it with him and stuff like that. It's wild, dude. You throw out so many lies at once, people won't have time to research them all. Are you trying to decipher the code? Are you trying to build the world?
How did you know? How did you know? You know, if you just write enough of these numbers down, you can rebuild the game. Morgana, I'll save you. I'll save you, Morgana!
I can't.
Wait, did arm the bracelet today? This code seems quite repetitive, though. I think there's a bug in it. The data bug.
Damn it.
What is this place? The room. It's gone.
Yeah? Interrobang?
It's like someone gouged everything.
Want
that
me to
was
ban
here.
Deputy? No. We don't gotta go that far yet.
That would be really
No
mean.
use staying here. I should head back.
Don't head back. Jump in the hole. Or sit in the chair at least. I would try and sit in the chair. Let's see what happens. Well, half of my
It seems to
body-
defy gravity anyway, so...
Right. Now,
No items.
should we redo the dungeon? Will the room still be there?
Damn it.
Don't you want to know? Don't you want to sit
Didn't
in the chair?
didn't we try this before?
Did we?
Thought we did. I'll keep the clicker. Okay, you're on the clicker, Serynn. You gotta watch yourself. Merrick's ready.
Uh-oh. Maybe I'll just dot hack my way back in.
Ban Moss Man.
Okay, so I just saved. I guess I'm gonna clean up the inventory and then I'll pass it over.
Okay.
We have new mail.
We'll have to start the free Dippity campaign.
I'm not
Stream
banned. You
implodes.
banned me?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
I'm at Barrick. Barrick.
Oh,
Barrick. Stream implodes. Ban
it's
Moss
it's
Man.
very It's very simple exchange, Varric. If you ban Dippity, Dippity bans you.
Pew pew.
I think I can take you.
Ruh-roh.
You're gonna have to start if it happens, you're gonna have to start streaming again so that you can ban Serynn on your channel too.
Two? Are you blacklisting me? For my incredible charisma? No comment.
No comment. I'm messing with you. You're having so much trouble setting up for that. Are you like actually thinking about it?
Yeah! He's got subscribers. Doesn't even stream and he's got subscribers.
I've seen that he has a couple just because people get the pew pew emote. the finger gun emote. I've seen a couple people with that.
I'm getting distracted. I'm looking at chat too much. Eric, you know what this does to me.
I'm trying to think of a solution for the winter internet.
Crack beat. Love it. Go,
Trying to
go.
think. Does it like disconnect and stuff, or like what's crappy about it? Is it just slow? Because if you can stream it at least 720, then you're good. Fun fact, some species of moth eat moss. Billy, why?
Oh. Is that what Billy is doing? Is Billy actually just like a parasite just nibbling your back and you don't realize it?
Over there, Billy!
Billy, no!
Wi-Fi.
Just the whiskey.
I got you, Varric. Well, now his name makes even more sense because I did name him after a killer in a movie, so...
Oh. Oh, S1 was level 2.
Pete Ulrich? Who's that?
Oh yeah, we gotta check out the read books first. The item. Oh, and we got a new epitaph. Read a fragment of Epitaph's Twilight. It is a legend. Oh.
I mean, he came back and played Billy Loomis in Scream 6 and 5. Shame that we'll never have a Scream 7 though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, Scream 6 ends in a very good spot anyway, so I'm not too mad about that, to be honest.
I don't know if I've actually seen it. I think I've just seen the first 3.
4 is kind of a standalone, 5 and 6 go together.
Oh, we're getting to the 100 completion. Nameless, 56 out of 67. The number of praise, 59. Over 20 names registered. Beautiful create item. Movie. Unlocked after game is clear. Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They Scream 5 is not called Scream 5. They actually just called it Scream again.
Oh.
Forgot about that. But it is Scream 5. They wrote it really funny. I remember because my friends and I always make fun of it. We have a joke about it.
Oh, we haven't even found all the monsters yet.
They wrote Scream 5 with Scream being, with like the S in Scream being the 5. And so, I remember my friend's wife literally walked up to get her ticket. She said 2 tickets to 5 Cream. And as the story goes, my the dude at the ticket station like looked like he wanted it was like the cashier at Walmart, and they just hate their life because you walked up and said something incredibly stupid. It's like,
oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, 5 Cream. And then Scream 6, they stylized it as the M being a V, and then they just drew another line after it to make it a 6. So I know me and my friends were calling it Scree 6 or 6 Cream, depending on how we were feeling.
Alright, I'm gonna hand the controls over. Good progress. Got level 25 for the first time. Got a couple fire scores. Got some real fun. Boom. All in a day's work.
Ooh. Let's see what we got. Go on here. I need a little more inventory space than this. God, we have so many things. Still need to see 6. I heard good things mostly from you. If you've seen 5, I recommend 6. If you haven't seen 5, you need to watch 5, and then you can watch 6.
I will watch them all.
But Scream 5 and 6 are both really, really good. I would mostly say 6. Me and all of my friends, we gathered around, we were talking about it, we were rating it once it was done, and we kind of agreed that Scream 6 was about as good as the first.
Ooh,
And that high
that's good.
praise. Yeah, that is like,
That's
we all
great.
love the first. Yeah, we all love the first movie. That is the best one up to that point. We agreed it was about on the same level as the first movie. So,
Wow.
and I will say, if nothing else, the opening kill, because every Scream movie has an opening kill, right? The opening kill is actually for sure on par with the first one. That was a moment, like, we were just sitting there fascinated, like, with what they were doing the entire time. It was a whole other level on the opening kill, and that is saying something, because again, the first kill in Scream 1 is actually, like, it's funny because it's part of a parody movie, but it's actually like it's a really bored, like, I remember my friend telling me when he showed me Scream as like one of my first horror movies. He's like, "You're gonna love this movie." That scene scared the shit out of me, and I'm just sitting there like, I don't know if I want to watch this. Like, are you sure this is really kind of scary and gruesome? And he's like, "Trust me." Like, she's just like, "Trust me, it'll make sense later." like I don't know, man. I'm pretty concerned. So like T5.
I will do a quick break. Stretch the legs,
Okay.
grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. Kind of like Shaun of the Dead, where it's a parody but actually a legit addition to the genre. At the start of Scream, for sure. For Scream 1, it definitely descends into being a parody and a joke for most of it. I won't deny that. I think it's not scary anymore. The thing is, it's a slasher movie. Slasher movies aren't really that scary to begin with. They err on the funnier side to begin with, so you can't really hold Scream over the coals for that too hard when reality is just such that that's just what slasher movies are like. But either way, it is a pretty legitimate slasher movie, I feel. It's also, I think it's the most consistent out of the slasher movies. I think it has the most consistent series of movies. Like, it is what it is. It doesn't really change from what it is. It's meta. If you don't like meta content, then you're probably not gonna like, better check my email. I succeeded in contacting Alf's friend. I'm meeting up with Meg at Great Distant Fertile Land. Why don't you come as well? Let's pray there's something. Get the Mackinac. Mackinac theme is too good. Alright, so we gotta get Black Rose in the party. I have actually seen Shaun of the Dead, surprisingly, out of the long list of movies that you all know that I have not seen. I've actually seen Shaun of the Dead, surprisingly enough.
I'm going to Theta, Great Distant Fertile Land.
Alright, she is going. So we bring her along.
Okay.
Do the two heavy blades, I guess. Kind of assume she's got high level armor and he's got that already. I was gonna say, these guys are pretty well kitted. Tetsu's really good for, and what is he back? Helm. Both getting it. Cool. Alright. Speaking of parodies, I'm still blown away by the Easter play thing that we watched. The fact that they did Monty Python and the Holy Grail in that.
I'll meet you in the deepest level of the dungeon, okay?
Of course. Very 23, we're plenty high enough. Oh god. Oh no. Man, these healing, or these hell boxes have to be in just every area, huh? Seriously? Oh my goodness. We're getting kited to shit. They both use the same strengthening skill. Christ.
This
Grandpa.
Was it a golden axe?
Get another golden axe, I guess.
See? A corv!
Starting to feel it, he says. Good God, why are there so many of you? Oh, what the fuck? I think we lose. Kill drain. Sandro, please. Please, dude. Thank you. First aid? Oh my Christ. Fuck. Alright. This was a bad party to bring for this. This is 4 hellbox and 1 pole. That's so brutal. Any party's bad if Kite is on it. Well, I got bad news. Kite is a requirement. It's not a level thing, because we're plenty high enough level. The issue is that they confuse everyone and then we murder each other. And they have plenty of health, that's the other issue. You can't just, like, kill them super fast, because they actually have enough health to live through several attacks.
Alrighty, I'm coming.
Alright. We'll have to see if we can, get the party using skills earlier in combat and see if that'll get them dead faster. We need enemies to die fast. One problem is upgrading, using skills to up everybody's, like, abilities. Cool. But if I'm increasing their physical attacks, then when they get confused, they're going to be stronger when they hit me. These guys are also kind of annoying, especially in the open field. God damn, dude! Are you serious? Oh, the other one's still alive? Good, she's got a water spell for those guys. That's actually really helpful to know. I would like to get a better weapon for Kite, honestly. I think he's kind of lagging behind here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but... No, fuck it.
Was
Grandpa,
it
give me back my swords.
what? Let's see.
See?
All right.
Bloody blades. These life drain. That's interesting. But they're a little bit worse damage-wise.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. I threw a beef short rib on the wood stove. I'm gonna let it slow cook there a bit, and then I'm gonna take a nabe. It's like a Japanese clay pot for hot pot, and I'm gonna make a soup and then put the short rib in the soup and then just let it simmer all afternoon.
Nice.
I'm excited. I haven't done this before, so I think it's gonna be really tasty.
It sounds good. We got our first game over when we were gone.
We got a game over.
Yeah.
Well, it's not our first actually. Remember, I was being a little too cocky, and the very first day that we played, I gamed overdose.
I don't remember this.
I
Thus,
mean,
it didn't
okay,
happen.
never happened. No clips. Didn't happen. Nope.
We popped out four of those hell boxes,
Oh.
and they just chain confused the party all at once. And I have to have Black Rose here. What are you stuck on? You okay? Mr. All was stuck on the wall there.
Oh.
I forgot to empty out the inventory a little bit more. We're already pretty full. Well,
it's okay.
Less valuable stuff. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so I had Sanjuro and Black Rose, and so everyone just murdered each other with impunity because they were also like fully buffed as well.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. And the twin blade. No chance.
Also, the magicians in this area are really brutal because they run really fast and they drop an AoE spell.
So that's why I didn't sell all of the ones that paralyze the enemy. The scrolls that paralyze.
Mm.
And also, the lovers is also really good for killing those kinds of enemies.
Please, quickly.
Yes.
I mean...
Black Rose, the heavy hitter.
Yes, she is.
So the sun is shining through the window, and it's hitting directly in my eyes, and it's messing up my tracking. Like my eyes are going all over the place.
I see it. Yeah. Oh no.
It's my face too. It's not gonna last long. I think.
Oh yeah, 30 minutes max, probably, right?
Less than even. It's like it's at the tail end of the window. Maybe 5 more minutes. On sunny days, from like, maybe an hour and a half ago to 2 hours until about 5 to 10 minutes from now, the sun just shines through the window into my eyes, and I can't see anything on my monitors. It's so annoying. But it's like, it's just as bad if my monitors were in the other direction, then the sun would be shining on the monitors, and then I wouldn't be able to see anything anyways. Thank you, please.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do in that situation.
Yeah. I can cover the windows.
Besides get really good, yeah. To say, besides get really good blinds or covers, but...
Also, I live in a co-op house, and the way these windows are, it would be really awkward to blind them. They're like really high up. It's like 12 feet up. And it's just
Oh,
like,
okay, I see.
I'll have to send a photo because it's really hard to explain. The window size itself, it's a long length of window, but maybe only 2 feet tall. But really high up. It's at the very top of the wall.
Great, the hell boxes are done too. Oh god. 3 of those fuck.
Oh, those wizards! Those are so annoying.
Yeah.
I remember them well, yes. Yes, probably this specific dungeon. I remember quite well, I'm sure.
The wizards are only brutal because I had to bring along, of course, person who dies to wizards.
Yeah.
Black Rose is possibly the worst person you could have to bring into this because she's bad against wizards, and if she gets mind controlled, she slaps.
Yes, she does.
Every time I hear Mr. All do a spellcast, I just think of Legend of Dragoon because there's a character that does a very similar noise that she does when she finishes casting her spell.
Oh.
Like really loudly.
Oh, poor Mr. All.
Or Shogun. I don't know, these guys are actually in the manga. They're really cool design. The armor Shoguns. They're actually really cool. I also love how you can carry around items, but you can make other people use their res items instead.
Yes, I like that too. They can run out though.
They can?
Yes, they can.
Oh no. I don't know why it gave you a physical accuracy buff, Mr. All. Just roll with it. Heal me.
So my dad, when we're playing EverQuest, he always wants every buff, regardless of his class. He's like, oh, can you give me strength, please? Dad, you're a caster. You're not supposed to be taking hits. Yeah, but...
Strong up the enemy. So, funny story in WoW. In WoW, every stat does something for you. Period.
Actually, EverQuest 2, but not a whole lot. Sometimes it is a waste. I mean,
I got you. I got you.
If you want to be technical about it, technically, it does do something. But in WoW, it's like a big difference, or what?
Well, it's actually even more silly in Classic WoW because, you would think agility and giant plate wearers would not be a thing, right?
Right, yeah.
Agility is crit chance.
Really?
Yeah, so, in Classic WoW, it's also dodge chance. So for tanks.
Yeah.
So, oddly enough, it's not a complete dump stat. Int is spell damage of all kinds. So, paladins being hybrid spell damage, weapon damage type people, Int was not completely useless to retribution DPS paladins, technically. But that's also got more to do with paladins just being really weird in Classic WoW, because Paladins, remember, I've described them, they didn't really have a job. Paladins are the class that I was like, if you said you wanted to play a Paladin, I would severely say, please rethink your decision, because in Classic WoW, Paladins don't have a job. Like, they're...
Not even as a tank?
Well, you see, WoW is known for really, really, really hammering in the Holy Trinity, right? The tank DPS, the tanks, the DPS, the healers, right? WoW's really known for hammering that in. Well, Paladins have a tank spec, a healing spec, and a DPS spec, but they're bad at all three of those things, but they have really good buffs, and they only last 5 minutes. So they're weirdly a buff. They're weirdly a buffer in a game that wasn't supposed to have a fourth spec.
I see.
If you're not the best at a role, you're garbage at it. That is a very over-the-top statement, but what Varric is saying in Classic WoW is not wrong. Because in Classic WoW, especially in Classic WoW. Crazy Claws, what's up, dude? Crazy just started streaming again. I want to shout you out because you just started streaming again. He just came back from a long break due to work reasons, and I was excited to see him live again yesterday, running his Smash lobbies and talking about what games he's gonna play in the near future. So, definitely check him out. He's a very fun guy. Very, very fun guy. Jet Force Gemini? Oh boy. But yeah, in WoW, Classic WoW especially, like, there's just a lot of classes that really got shafted, or specs in general that just really got shafted. For instance, if you're a priest, you're a healer. WoW, in Classic WoW. Like, they have a damage spec. They have a damage spec. Shadow Priest exists. If you play it, you're trolling, but it exists. Like, that's just reality.
Oh, it's the Shadow Priest that melt faces? There was this whole meme years ago about this new class that came out and how it melts faces.
In WoW?
Wow, yeah. Like,
Paladin was so boring until late game. That's true still, honestly, for Paladins. Paladins really struggle early game because they don't get all their procs until late game, and they're a very proc-heavy DPS spec, and they're a very proc-heavy healing spec, and they're a very proc-heavy... Literally everything they do requires them to gamble for procs, every spec. It's really funny.
oh,
At least all of their interactivity. Gamba. They're fun now. I think Paladin is like crazy fun right now. I picked up the game again, and Paladin is so much fun to play. It's more fun than it's ever been to play, and I've played Paladin since Wrath, and I can tell you right now, Paladin is awesome. Like, my coworker also plays Paladin at work, and he agrees with me. Like, we were talking about it at work, and we were both just like, this is the best Paladin has ever been in terms of gameplay. Like, it is so fun. Paladins and Death Knights, yeah. First aid something? Oh yeah, I think, Black Rose actually has the status curing spell.
Oh, nice. So she's confused. Just use a restorative on her all the time. So that...
Yeah, I think so. Oh, that actually... Rip Sync. Yes,
Rip
she
sync.
does have Rip Sync. Rip Sync! Rip the Sync.
Rip the sync!
I'd like to see more healer / summon necros rather than summon DPS necros. Oh wait, that guy's still alive. I didn't even see him back there.
Is there any other kind of necro that isn't a summon necro? Like, is it...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Necromancy is the school of magic that is the shaping and controlling of life essence. It does not necessarily mean summoning.
Oh.
Necromancy is, when it was introduced to, I mean, ever since like the start of fiction, or the start of like modern fiction, like if you go back to like just Tolkien, like Sauron was a necromancer before he was Sauron.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was actually called the necromancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, he did have undead armies. Like, let's not like say like, oh well, he didn't even have undead armies, but he was like robbing people of their lives. Like he was draining the life out of them and stuff like that. And that's necromancy. Is the manipulation of life in general. It doesn't necessarily mean I make skeletons and resurrect dead people. It can also literally be something as simple as hexing people. What?
Oh, you didn't hear it? Okay.
Mancing necks. Yeah, romancing necks. Okay, I got you. Hexing
Because
people,
he's a
it can be...
Yeah.
No, it's part of the Silmarillion, which was written by his son.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Midgard is right. If you use the break it down, necro means death, and mancy, so it's death magic. It's magic that just means that manipulates death in general, or controls the realm of death in general. Manipulates life is wrong. Yes. I'm just saying it tends to have a lot to do with things like life drain and things like that, health drain. Blood manipulation often gets
blood is like life force.
Yeah, I guess. Blood is hemomancy. Well, it usually gets roped in as necromancy in like every video game.
Yeah. I like how Elder Scrolls, they have kind of more focus on hemomancy, but vampires kind of do.
Yeah, they do that with Elder Scrolls. Yeah, that's true. Sure. I've got to come back in this room, so let's pick up the chest. In fact, I'll pick it up in a minute, because nothing else here. Blood magic in Dragon Age was...
I've never played Dragon Age.
Well, it was also completely overpowered. Like, it allowed you to beat the game almost solo. Fucking hilarious.
You know what?
But yeah.
More games would have the mechanic where if you use healing on the undead, it would damage them. I love that mechanic.
I always thought that was a thing too.
Yeah, Final Fantasy did great with that.
It was really fun in Final Fantasy when you could just throw a phoenix down at that one undead boss in the game and kill it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is becoming a thing that more recently they are incorporating other forms of necromancy besides simply summoning minions recently, and Varric saying he doesn't like that. He just wishes that they would focus more on the summoning because that's what's cool, and I understand that too because it is cool and it's fun to play as in games whenever you can do that. Like Diablo 2, where you can just summon an army of fucking skeletons and tell people, "Oh, it's so good."
Yeah.
Want more variety.
But they also had like other skills like the bone field. I like that, and the bone spear. I like how Diablo 2. I just love the Necro in Diablo 2. It
everyone
has so
does.
many different skills where you could like either focus on being like a summoning Necro or like a bone Necro.
That's true. Technically, resurrection spells in D&D are necromancy.
That is cool. I had no idea. I've never gotten far enough that anybody had a resurrection ability. Or maybe none of us ever played a class like that. Usually one of us is kind of like a barbarian class. I'm usually a druid.
Druids have resurrection.
Oh,
They're
well, I've
clerics.
never...
They're clerics. Yeah, you'd have to get to. I think they get. Yeah, resurrection is a 5th level spell, and I think there's a. No, there isn't a 3rd level spell. Yeah, it's a 5th level spell. So you have to get pretty high. You have to get to like level. What is it for 5th level spells? Is like level 11, right? It's higher than most people get.
I see. I mean, most D&D campaigns I played is like short because we didn't have like a regular cadence. It was like really just a small campaign I've only ever done. Well, actually, there was one group of friends that we would play D&D like once every other week, maybe. But then, yeah, one of them moved away, 2 of them moved away, and then it kind of fell apart.
Gotcha.
Yeah?
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. Spirit
Yeah.
armor. Well, she is now strong.
Strong.
Strong crows.
What's strong?
But yeah,
Hey, here she is!
Hello.
Peter. Administrator goes easy.
Meg, what's the name of the area Alf went to?
Oh,
Forget
silent.
about it.
Huh?
Yep.
What do you mean by that?